But now, ESL One LA Online Edition coming your way. I hope you are ready for nearly a month long of Dota action, because we are. We're going to be traveling into the studio here every day to commentate and bring you some awesome Dota action from across multiple region fronts. Here, of course, starting things out, the Southeast Asia region, we have GeekFam, like one of the top seeds of the region. Smoked out. We're going to have an early head-on clash potentially here, Will. Disruption's already there. There's the stun that makes it all that much easier. The Thunder Strike. Bach trying to push him back, but he's not even going to bother leveling anything up and trying to make it out. That's just going to be a clean and easy first blood going the way of the GeekFam.
Yeah, nice and easy for them. They need a good early game start. They didn't really have that last game. This time around, nice, clean, and easy. I will say, I love watching Southeast Asian teams.
Yeah.
I think they're so aggressive. After spending like significant time when I was on Zephyr in that region, it's great. Everyone just runs at each other. It's like, it's kind of toxic because you've got like dual lane mids, but no one's like really throwing the game. You just kind of make it work. You just kind of
like,
exist.
you know, we were talking about MMA before. Like, I want to see brawlers. These are brawlers, and I get it. You know, jiu-jitsu and submission, shoot, wrestle fighting. It's got its discipline. It's got appreciation, but you know, the fan favorite and what people want to see is the brawlers.
Yeah, I just want to see two guys trying to knock each other out, and that is what we get here. Look at this dive. Like, what am I watching? But they're doing it.
An assertion of dominance is what we're seeing here, but
he skilled rocket.
Oh, he got the rocket snipe.
All right, he griefs his game a little bit, but that is a boss move. 100% agree with that.
He needs
Brian,
more
was that worth it?
More tips for that one. I don't know if they
agree
or not.
I don't know if they can hear us, but I don't know.
Now
if
he has rocket for the laning phase, so we'll see. He already dishes out another one. He's like, I'm just going to use it to push the lane back as best I can, but him and Enchantress are going to have to make do with the early
Why not,
rocket.
actually? You're against Naga Siren. You're never going to get on top of her. You might as well. I actually think this might be one of those like weird games where
it works out.
Yeah. Weirdly enough.
They just have to shrug off a lot of the harassment coming out from those Thunder Strikes. You know, Clarities have gotten, you know, buffed. It's like buff nerfed in a way, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I mean, just juice up more mana that much faster to dish out the extra harassment from a support like Disruptor, who does have pretty good damage with the Thunder Strike early on.
Dude, I love the new Clarity.
Yeah.
It feels like you just get full mana every single time within like seconds.
More value for like even later games when you see people just pocket Clarities to get the mana up. It just works in those cases even that much better.
Yeah. I really, really, really like this decision by Ice Rock to like make him better, because before it was just like, why would you get a Clarity when you could buy mangoes? Like, what is the advantage in this? And oh, they messed up that combo. Actually, I think he was afraid of getting stunned from maybe the Carapace. I'm not sure though.
Maybe trying to force out the Carapace, trying to chunk through his mana that much earlier, but not going to be the case. He steps off. He's got the headdress. He'll try to heal it up in a couple of wand charges. Work with the pull for now.
Wait, I had a mechanics question, Brian. BSJ, if you get Shadow Demon disrupted by the enemy team and then they Naga, or they Disruptor ulti on top, can you BKB out of it as you exit the, if like you get Ags disrupted? Not with Ags? I see. Because I know, for example, if you get Shadow Demon, if you're Chrono, for example, and your Shadow Demon saves you and you're Life Stealer, you can always get Rage off in the Chrono after you exit the disruption. You knew that one? Okay. Oh,
this time the combo's there. The stun immediately after disruption.
That's one thing I love about Dota. There's so many weird interactions that you like never expect until you test it yourself. That's what I love about Brian too. Normally he has the answer to that stuff.
I normally imagine a lot of you guys are thinking about these possible interactions, then jump into demo mode to find out for sure. Hopefully it's something exploitable that you can take advantage without the frog noticing. But meanwhile, bottom lane, they chase down White Mom and finish off the support. Bach this time playing the off-lane Clockwork.
Dude, maybe they're just like the best Clockwork team in the world.
I mean, they're making it work. Hook shot was really good for them in the last game, and this time they're going to see if they can get that off-lane Clockwork online that much sooner for all the setups.
So far, so good. I think so. The panel did say like they thought it was like a very, very good Naga game, but I personally feel like it's a very, very free Alk game too. And I don't think they have the damage necessary to kill Alk. Like they're gonna have to hit this timing where Alk like they're gonna have to get Disruptor Aghanim Scepter, because at some point Alk is gonna get BKB right after Radiance, and he's just gonna go to work on them. I feel he's gonna cut them off.
Here we go again. Disruption stun. The Carapace is there. Cuckoo eats a bit of damage. Is now forced to run the other direction. The bear still chases on. Shadow Poison's coming out. Oh, nice little entangle at the end with the stun. Stun comes out from the other side, but that's not going to be enough. Nice forgiving little entangle means that Natsumi will pick it up. And apparently I've been saying it wrong. I feel terrible. It's Adroit, not
Yes, sir.
Android. Adroit. Adroit. Okay, I don't want to say it incorrect. Thank you so much for correcting me on that. I'm a little rusty on my Southeast Asia Dota.
Courier.
Oh no.
That's a salve too. Ah.
That's rough. I know you know, the whole like passive gold thing is not a thing anymore, but that's still got to be a bit crippling early on.
I'd be so mad. Whenever I'm a mid laner and that happens to me, oh, it kills me at the core.
I didn't see it go down in particular. Was it just a bit of an overstep for the courier, and TA was able to kind of?
He just eye-bladed behind him.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was going for it. That's just one of those.
Convenience.
All right, here's the best part about ALK games: the fight for the bounty runes. You try to get 3 if you're really good.
Oh, sniped up. GeekFam grabbed the true.
It's 2-2,
and they'll take Whitemon for it.
dude. They're so good at clock. I have no idea. Maybe it's just Southeast Asian teams in general, just like the best clock players. Because I thought it was just ice, 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 but apparently they're just all good with it.
He's going 2-0-2, no cogs at all for the time being.
I think that's the right play. Like, who are you really trying to cogs?
Yeah, maybe just gets the value point once you get closer to having hook shot online. But
Yeah, maybe. It's kind of okay for TA, actually. Maybe you should grab a level for the TA. You are core.
Trouble for top, big stun onto Cuckoo and all the neutrals. But the poisons are flying out from the back lines here.
He is
Can they
not
get the
getting
chase?
roots. He is not getting roots. Oh my lord, Dakota, he did not get roots.
Dang. Fortunately, RNG not there for our lone druid friend. And that kill will slip away from him.
As a caster, by the way, I personally always root for the RNG to happen.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it.
You'd rather see the... Well,
I don't
guess
care
it goes
who
both
it happens
ways.
to. Like, I love seeing the opportune DD runes. You know, finding the haste as you're getting chased and it's the only rune that can save you. Like, all that stuff, I love it.
Definitely makes for better action and convenience.
Can
for
you
sure.
block?
Oh, the bird not able to get quite in front. Whitemon slips out away, but, you know, Adroit claiming dominance here in the bottom lane. Not able to get too much damage onto the tier 1 quite yet. Raven still holds that line strong. They are putting pressure on the mid lane, though. That DD rune in hand of Carl. He's able to siege away and get some early shots. They definitely want to kind of restrict the available mid farm, or just kind of make things a bit awkward for the Alchemist, I imagine, so he can't just be as free in the mid lane.
The timing we're looking for here is 12 and a half, 13 minutes for Radiance. That's when you're like, you know, chef's kiss, sweet spot. That's when you're really happy. Anything later than that, it feels really bad because Alk, especially when he gets Radiance, it feels like you're exponentially growing your lead. And so every minute for that hero matters. You're like, well, does like a 15-minute Radiance really matter? Because it's a difference between getting like a 13-minute Radiance into like getting a BKB like 3 or 4 minutes later versus getting it at like 20 minutes into the game where enemy heroes have items as well. Like, you're placing your own items against the enemies at all times is how you should think when you're playing Alk. Like, you always want to be at least an item ahead of everyone on the map.
Is it enough of a potential threat that it warrants the attention of GeekFam? Should they be considering putting attention onto this Alchemist so he can't secure the Radiance in that ideal timing? Or are they okay just kind of getting their own out of it and hoping that Naga can just try to meet along the way?
I think they're kind of okay. Just get some roots, get some roots, get some roots.
Oh, Cuckoo dancing around his tower through the trees. Nothing there to lock him down. And it is going to be Zephyr who falls. Disruptions there onto Natsumi as he tries to make his hasty escape with the bear as well.
It's getting a little bit low here. Does have to be a little bit concerned and does finally get one, but he'd have to get like 3 in a row to get the kill.
Oh, wait, what?
What?
Did he just have that many poison stacks still stacked on top of him?
Yeah, and that's level 3 poison. I don't think he expected that.
That is level 3 poison. That's a hard snap of the poison damage
I think he just got hit by like a 5 bomb and he was like, oh, whatever.
And that's a lot of money for the little Shadow Demon. My goodness.
He's actually really leveled off of that.
Hook shot out. Bach has it. Still no Still no cogs yet. With 3-0-2 on this one, but more than enough to get the job done if you're chasing down someone like Whitemon support. Meanwhile, other side, it's Carl able to assist in getting the slap down of CML there. So a tit for tat as we get the 9-minute mark. It's about to be outpost time, so look for the attention here. Certainly coming out from Adroit towards the bottom lane. Maybe seeing if they can try to circle around that outpost.
They have to find a way to get more than 2 bounties. That's always like one of my favorite things, by the way. As I mentioned earlier, is you do have to strategize a little bit differently against ALK teams. Because if you're getting like 3-for-1 bounty runes, again, this hero, like, the amount that you get from bounties is so massive. And the 10-minute and 5-minute bounty runes, like everything before the 15-minute mark matters so much. Because once he gets his Radiance, it's like, whatever. He's going to get a ton of gold anyways. But like the 5 and 10-minute bounty runes, where he's starting to ramp up his farm really, if you can get...
Lone Druid, a Mjolnir for his bear. Oh, spider legs.
If they see that DD, ooh, that's tasty. And yeah, they know. Mac's going to run for it when they're ready to go for the high ground.
Oh, goodness. Now we got to think, what is left here for GeekFam? It would be unfortunate for them to be in another position where it's just all high ground defense and just falling back once again on this Song Stack Storm kind of combo in hopes that TA can really bring down the damage. But their economy just does not match up to where Adroit and certainly the Alchemist stand. Hook not going to be there this time. But Tier 2 is successful. And the rich get richer.
I think GeekFam are rushing things a little bit. Feels like they're playing with a little bit of panic. Like they're not properly comboing up their spells. This is a very good team. Like I've seen them in much more disciplined positions than this, and it feels as though...
Oh boy, a song to catch them out. The static onto 2.
Look at this. Now they're just backpedaling.
But they're like, nah, I
oh.
don't like this. They back up immediately, changing gears from just trying to take fights because they look appetizing. This time deciding the wiser that they have to pull out. But that's 2 ults down for nothing.
None of this feels good right now. GeekFam, I think they made the right call that time. I think that time they realized, like, oh, this is probably a lost fight. Almost gets the one shot off.
Yeah, but they needed that kind of judgment earlier when the fights were just
yes.
so much more meaningful. Here it's like, you know, Adroit are already just so big based on all those unfortunate decisions in earlier fights. Where GeekFam probably should have said, no, we can't do this. Let's go.
Oh, man, that's 4 bounty runes. The dream.
It's like 3K net worth for their team just suddenly.
That's the Exodia. They actually got so much gold from that.
Is it pretty much Agnum's time? Yeah, it is. Alk's next item queued up is Ags.
He is so strong. They have not managed to kill him once. And like we said, I thought that part of the scariness about playing against this Alk is, like, Naga Disruptor is really good when, like, he gets really fat on Disruptor and you get this, like, unbreakable combos. They're just going to get one more kill here.
Yeah, poor little Cuckoo trying to push out that mid lane, but Boomy nearby. They'll scout him out, they'll take him down. GeekFam just doing an all-out effort to really siege forward through the bottom lane. Will they're inside the base, scratching at the tier 3, trying all they can to shift focus from Adroit where possible while they're pushing in onto this mid lane, pushing into the high ground. Mac eating quite a bit of damage. He does have that Aegis to fall back on.
Bok's really tanky. He's got Greater Fairy Fire, Blade Mail, and a Vanguard. He's got like 4,000 HP to work with. They're going to bring him back.
But it's going to cost a lot. He pops the Blade Mail. That's enough for them to create that space, that little bit of social distancing, if you will, so the Clockwork can make it back to the comfort of his friends. But, oh, Carl really wants that kill. It might cost him his life. Well, it cost them the song. Because, yeah, no Stack Storm, no nothing. That was just a full-blown safety net. He's just like, I got to get that guy. We worked so hard.
And now Boomy's finally going to come all the way from that bottom lane that he so diligently pushed out. This is going to be a set of racks at least, and they've got to be careful not to give up even more.
There's no initiation really here for GeekFam. They have to just hope that Adroit do some sort of misplay or setup maybe here on the bring back of Alchemist. They wait for the next life. They'll have not even the kinetic field going to really catch its mark, but they will glimpse it back. Low. Huge damage for Carl. Do not underestimate how hard this woman can hit. My God.
That's the hit.
They get it. Mac does finally fall.
And now they need to press forward. GeekFam have to get more out of this.
Let's see if they got the thirst moving in. They get the ensnare for the bear. Box already setting. Oh, no, they got him. That's the glimpse. They'll get Bach too.
All right, that's how you right the ship a little bit, Dakota.
That helps. They're going to need more than that for sure, but it helps.
Oh, man, this TA, she's wild.
She hits really hard. Man, the Deso MKB, and now you have a crit stick.
The -4 meld armor reduction there did work. They actually just ran through. Do they have an AC or anything like that?
Yeah, they do. They have it. I just checked that now, and there's an AC in the pocket of that Alchemist. And here we'll watch the action again as they push into that high ground. Look at the damage.
HP gone. HP gone.
And there's just no bailout from his supports. He just has to eat it.
I meant to ask if they had a Vlad's, because they just need all the armor that they can really get.
Any extra damage mitigation that's possible. Certainly if it can come in from someone on the outside. They only have stuff like Glimmer, but that's not going to stop the heavy amount of damage coming out from the TA.
Yeah, that'll inspire new hope now. You know that you can make this Alchemist bleed. You can cut him.
And now she has the full-blown Daedalus complete, too.
Yeah, and no pun intended, but don't sleep on this Naga. Like you said, Raven is starting to pick up items, almost has his butterfly.
Because that's the thing. They have two very good, competent cores on their team.
Yes.
I mean, Lone Druid is getting himself back into some sort of relevancy, but that's mostly on his bear, and the bear seems to be can be handled.
Yeah, it gets chunked pretty quickly. I think they need to get a second set of racks, and soon. The timing for Adroit was really good until that sort of catastrophic fight happened, and maybe if they can get...
Song from Raven, maybe? No, he just ensnares forward. Meanwhile, Natsumi eating the damage. The Savage Roar comes out.
This would be a big
back
kickoff.
To the other side. They immediately burst down. That's it for the Bearman Natsumi. Jumping Carapace stun.
Here comes the clock. He gets
nice. Two. Catch right there. Song from Raven to just bail out his comrades. And they're running back.
That's a nice soul retreat. You will take that trade every day of the week. You're slowing down the timing of the Alch draft. You get a core for a support.
Yeah, this ain't no Agnum's bear or nothing. The bear is
totally
totally
4 bounty runes 2 times in a row. In my version of Dota Dakota, the game instantly ends. When you get 8 bounty runes, when you get 4 in a row twice, the game just should end, in my opinion.
Now, how is the gold rebound factor? I heard in the early editions of this patch of A and version A or whatever, it got a bit out of control, and then they had to kind of change the numbers a bit. So in games like this with the Alchemist being so big, he could be a pinata. Bach heading out the other side, traps Boomy in a bit, but it is enough to create the distance to make it away. But
I think the kill streak's plus net worth or experience is a lot more annoying.
Okay.
And trust me, this Alch is no longer on a kill streak.
Still the big net worth, but net worth is only going to get you so far. Whoa!
That's a nice kill.
Slide, but yeah, they get the snipe onto Whitemon. That is a static storm off the table. He does have buyback if it comes to it.
Look at this. He's chasing right now on Mac, but not really going to find anything. In fact, Abyssal's one of the illusions. He's going to need to build an MKB for himself here.
TA in Roche Pit, sniping it down by herself.
This is really nice.
Nice. And it looked like Adroit none the wiser, just telling by their body movement.
Not focused on that.
Now they're trying to head back that way as if, what happened? Is someone going to be over here? Nah, dog. They took that Aegis from behind your back.
Dude, Carl is in it to win it right now. Let me just say.
Is he the 10K MMR player, or is that on Boom Esports? They have the 10K mid. One of them have a 10K mid player. It may be Carl.
Who is the latest? I saw that tweet too.
Crit, I think, was one.
I know Crit got it, but I know a Southeast Asian player got it too, recently.
Carl has been putting in work. I watched some of their matches from the We Play event, and You know, whether it be an action core like TA or even like the DP, he's definitely stepping up.
They do have another Abyssal Blade, but I don't know how much that makes a difference right now. It's a nice item pickup for sure, but they still have TA problems. Without the out-ult off, we see how quickly he dies to this TA, and she's only gotten stronger from that point. She's got a full data list now. She is packing heat.
Boomy manages to creep into the back lines here, get some damage onto the Shadow Demon, who quickly slides out the other side. They're looking to go in for the focus. The quick grab of TA. Can they burst Carl down? They will get the Aegis, but Mac is there, fighting through the Naga. He burns out half his life. BKB, blink out, sleep. And here comes GeekFam looking to dish it hard and fast. Set up on the 2 with the Static Storm. Nyx trapped inside with Enchantress. Nyx will fall. Carl picks that one up. And now they reposition, looking to double back a bit. Moving in. Clock separates them out with the cogs. TA heads out the top direction.
Here, this would be excellent. And there's no mana on the bear now. It's a pretty underrated factor to think about, considering Abyssal Blade does cost 75 mana.
So what was that? An Aegis for the Nyx?
Yeah.
Yep. Did cost them the song setup and everything they had. Don't know if it's enough to force Adroit to push forward now because of these ults being on cooldown. And they are at least cutting across to the top lane. No more towers here, but a possible setup on for Carl. There's
this would be pretty big.
There's the hook shot.
She doesn't have BKB. If they can get on top of her, and she's trying to make her way up, and do they know he's going to go for the blink out? Actually had the TP. I think he would have been gone.
But they got him, and that is a big kill streak.
I don't think they saw him. I think he just panicked there.
That's rough. Does have a buyback if it comes to it. But certainly not a freebie of a handover there. It's Boomy who gets the last hit, so his Nyx Assassin will be thankful for the little bit of extra gold. But Adroit just kind of taking it right back to him. They do have to keep dealing with this bottom lane. Man, Raven is making it a bit of a nuisance.
There's the 25 Alk, who does have boots of travel, so he does want to join his team. I think you want to at least force the buyback, at the very least here. You want to put GeekFam in a really rough position, but no TP yet for Mac. This new boots of travel change not helping him out here at all. And so she might actually just be able to write out this 40 seconds, Dakota.
Without having to do the buyback, that would be great for GeekFam. As they migrate down, get a little bit of vision down from across the river to that high ground. They'll see the DD rune. Nice deny there from Raven. And sure enough, they are going to work with the time that's on their side and available. Adroit are now finally coasting their way down this mid lane.
It's a little bit too late, though.
But yeah, by that point, TA will return. All the ults are ready. I mean, GeekFam certainly have a strong fight on the high ground, too.
Oh, look at the sweep though into the jungle.
Yeah, Boomy. Oh, huge damage on the Disruptor. Glimpse is there, but
he blinks himself forward.
Yeah, oh, it was a nice sidestep. No stun. TP out. He's gone. Okay.
Goodbye.
And that's good because, yeah, I'm pretty sure he did not have a buyback for that. Oh, no, he did.
Oh, Raven, Raven, Raven! Woo! Oh, if they were, like, the fastest team ever.
That could have been a worthy early catch. Could have forced out an early buyback.
That was a scary TP. Nice move by Boomy to check there in the first place. But and GeekFam, ooh, they know how to get the heart racing.
Now they just shift all of their movement to the top half of the map, and they'll push out the mid and top lanes while Adroit go for their final outer tower now.
I'm the biggest Carl fan right now. He just completely bought out. Doesn't have buyback, isn't even close to it. That's a I'm playing to win kind of play right now. He's like, once I get this butterfly, you guys cannot touch me.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, there is a demon. Oh, MKB just finished on the Alchemist. Who
does
gets
pick
that
up a kill?
takedown of Whitemon. Yep. Not going to be fully invisible as TA. Certainly not if the Alchemist can get a hold of her.
Oh, well, Whitemon just bought out too. GeekFam are just, they all just bought out. None of them have, or a lot of their heroes don't have buyout. 2 of their heroes just straight up don't have it. That's the next level play, by the way, Dakota. Is that every team just assumes that you have it. So then when you don't have it, it's like, they'll think we have it anyways.
It's always a good plan until it finally bites you on the ass, I guess, the one time a team tries to make a push happen. But you're right, for the time being, no sense of real urgency at the moment from Adroit. But as I say that, they do get a nice jump in, nice bump back here. And Mac begins to tee away onto Carl, forces out the Raven.
That was the BKB used.
Cuckoo
on
moves
Mac.
in, looking to go for the setup. Oh, not able to quite get the stun. Mac's able to step back, pop the Manta, dive right back in, and fight his way forward. Meanwhile, backline's Nasumi chucking away, looking to go for Cuckoo. Forces him back. The slide's there, the follow-up hook shot, and they finish Cuckoo off. Gonna force the buyback. Bach now, trapped behind lines, drops down the cogs. Fortification now gonna be dished out, and they'll finish Bach off.
Let me just say, Max straight up just was like hitting neutrals on his way. He's like, guys, I'm 100% not fighting with you. And his team did not get that memo as...
Clockwork didn't, at least.
Yeah, and they missed that combo again on the Alchemist. I think it would have been enough damage to get the kill if they were able to get it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the song felt like it was forced out a bit sooner than they'd like, and they had to reposition, and he's a little far out from the gate.
This TA, though, is getting pretty close now to his
being
buyback.
capped, almost, right? Oh, buyback available, of course, of course. She's also just
Oh, the Naga just bought out
fully
too.
decked.
GeekFam are just straight up playing like, we need the items. I like it. By all means, like at the very least, it's exciting for me. At the worst, like, at least you're playing with like a full like 6,000 gold more. I'll never hate on a team for trying to win.
We just hope that we get to see it flourish in some sort of fight. It would be quite unfortunate for them to get picked off and then all of that spend just go for nothing. GeekFam will have to be disciplined and hang together. Oh, they had a DD picked up on Carl, but I don't think an opportunity will present itself to make some use out of it here. Adroit are kind of still half split between trying to push across the river or not. Roche is around the corner. It looks like about a minute, and it will be spawned up and ready. I hear a hook shot, but looks like it was just to go to the top lane. So just going to kind of catch out the Roche perimeter here. This feels incredibly important, more so for Adroit at this time.
Yeah, the Nyx, by the way, now does have the Aghanim's Blessing himself. They're going to see Mac.
Glimpse back. I think this is just a little bit of cute harassment, maybe a prey for a BKB charge, but not going to be the case.
They're just poking to see what they can get. Naga Siren does have buyback now, as does TA, so they got there in the end. I like that. It somehow worked out.
Looking to see if they can catch out GeekFam from behind, get a successful team fight, and then a Roche. But if they don't see GeekFam there at all, they might just round the corner and go back in for the Roche. That's what they do. But there is Naga illusions. And GeekFam quickly head back the other direction.
Yeah,
Raven is leading out the front. Does have a sleep. Oh.
It's one ward down. Bach gets hexed up.
Yeah, he'll die immediately.
Oh, he's getting blown.
Can they get in the pit now? Did Bach reserve enough time? It does not look like it. The song is there. The bear tries to fight through it.
Roche is so low. He gets...
And they
pushes
drop the
the back.
Static Storm. It's going to be an Aegis again for Mac. Picked up. He'll hold it. He'll turn around. He'll begin to chunk away onto Cuckoo. Cuckoo gets the brief save of the disruption. And Mac is left alone inside the pit with Cuckoo where he gets that finish.
That lone druid bear. The savage roar.
And that's enough for Adroit to be able to secure the Roche for themselves. Oof. Well, what you're saying, the Savage Roar helping to push them back and create the space for them to get the finish on the Roche.
We're going to see this right here. They get the kill on Bach.
Song to take themselves inside the pit.
Goodbye.
And then they all go running